Okay, hi. It's the Bella DeVero Foundation and your astrologer from belladeveroofficial.wordpress.com, and I wanted to make a video about there's this stigma that goes around about the word healer. I say that about myself because I have psychic abilities, and because it means you know how to heal yourself and others, even if you don't do it, even if you have a hard time with it, even if you know, it takes time for everyone. If you look at on my playlist, Bella DeVero Foundation, you'll see what I mean by healer. Those kinds of videos is what that is. But the stigma is that whenever someone has they're either hurt so much that they want saved, so they put their stuff on other people, healers, or healers can be this way themselves, um, saying that healing means to heal someone else. Being a healer means you teach people how to heal themselves. It doesn't mean save people. It means to teach people how to heal themselves. That's what healer is. A healer is. It's not someone that's going to save you. It's gonna. It's someone that can teach you how to heal yourself. And what goes along with being a healer, if you really know how to heal yourself properly, even though it takes time and no one on this planet is perfectly knowledgeable, what's going to happen is that they can give you unconditional love and let you be yourself, not try to change you. That's what a healer is. I talk about unconditional love. Unconditional love is when you accept the person, everyone and anyone. You want to be friends with people, but you can teach people how to heal themselves. If that's like a gift you have, then you use it. But first of all, give people unconditional love and just try to be friends with people, because if you're giving someone unconditional love, like I just said, you're letting them be themselves. All of them. The good and the bad, the hurt and the healed and the happy and the sad and the mad and whatever else. You don't try to change them. You accept them the way they are. You accept everything about them and just be friends. That's part of being a healer. Not trying to change people. Healers aren't trying to change people. If you're truly trying to be a healer, you're not trying to change anyone. You're just trying to spread the word of how to heal yourself in case anyone wants to or is interested or doesn't know how or wants information. If someone says something along the lines of help me though, I'm going to give them information if I can, if I whatever seems to be not too pushy to them, and you got to not learn astrology. You have to look at astrology birth charts, and century and composite charts too. But especially whenever you have like Mercury in the third house, that's an exchange of information. So if you have that with someone and you happen to be a healer like myself, and then we have these third parties looking in on the situation, the third parties and the two individuals, we need to not say that like Mercury in the third house is trying to be a savior to someone, because it isn't. Um, you have to let synastry be the way it is with two people. You can't stick your nose into other people's business and say that you're trying to save someone because you have Mercury in the third house in synastry. That's ridiculous. So you need to learn astrology, and If you don't actually know what's going on with the people, just keep your nose out of it. Or if you do, then be honest. Don't try to save people by giving, don't try to save the healer that isn't trying to save people by saying, you need to quit saving people, because that's a little bit just getting out of hand there, saying that to a healer. If you're actually being a proper healer, you're not trying to save people. So the third parties looking in on the situation need to not make that comment to healers, because it's actually kind of old. It gets really old hearing that, in case you didn't know, because healers aren't trying to save people. Healers are here because they have a gift, and they're just trying to spread the word of, you know if you want to heal yourself, this is how. you know and like I said, if you have um Mercury in the third house or something like that, in synastry to people's birth charts, like if my Mercury is in your third house, that's an exchange of information. So that's allowed, without someone saying that either of the two people is trying to save each other. If another two people, like if me and another person doesn't have that, or if it's the other way around where his Mercury's in my third house, then don't tell me that I'm doing that when it's not that way. You really need to either learn astrology, get an astrologer like myself to look at your synastry, or tell you about, in a general way, my synastry with people. Not that I'm gonna talk about people's personal lives, but if you don't get all of that, then figure out how to, because, and this is why I'm making this video, because it's kind of uncalled for people to say healers are trying to save people. Healers don't try to save people, they know better. What healers are doing is trying to give people information, just being friendly to people, caring, and giving people information on how to heal themselves. That's what's actually going on. So, sorry, my hair is bugging me in the camera there. Sorry. Okay, so, and the other thing, Saturn conjunct the moon in synastry. That's the father and mother. So whenever two people have that in synastry, or some other aspects like that, like Saturn in the fourth house, that's the moon house, or something like that in synastry, or the composite chart, or wherever. I happen to have that with people, and the Saturn conjunct moon. And so if you happen to see me being the moon person, if I'm the moon person and the guy's the Saturn person, whether we're dating or friends or whatever else, doesn't matter. You don't need to be dating or married to have Saturn conjunct moon with someone in synastry. But no matter what kind of relating it is, if you see me relating to someone that happens to be hurt about something, which everyone on this planet has some amount of hurt, that's the father and mother, like I said. So we're going to act that way. Whatever synastry you have with someone, that's what you're going to be like, or the compositor, or whatever. So hello, let people be that way. Don't try to tell a healer or a non-healer, which, by the way, healers have gone through, if you are a healer, you have gone through enough of hurt that you look like someone that thinks they're different from you. It's because you are the same. Whenever the hurt person is around the healer, you're the same, because no healer can be not hurt, because they're hurt. They're healers to be able to heal themselves. The healer is never the one that's not hurt. So that's something else you need to stop saying. Healers have major hurt issues, major hurt issues. any healer on this planet, if there's any healer, they've gone through the same amount of hurt and worse than other people, but they're healers because they know how to heal themselves first of all and teach people how to heal themselves. Not that you're going to do it perfectly, but so the father and mother situation happening looking that way, like you're each other's whatever, that's Saturn conjunct the moon. So let it be that way. Don't tell the healer that they're trying to save people because they have that aspect with someone. That's not cool. You need to learn astrology and figure out actually what's going on with people. But you're not people's parents or saviors that you're not a parent of, and you're not your kids' saviors either. But a healer's not a savior, so people need to quit saying that because it's old now. Whenever anyone out there is looking in on situations and they see the healer, like I said, which is the same amount of hurt as the hurt person, giving information, maybe they are doing that because they get the feeling from the other person that they might want some information on how to heal themselves. That's not saving people. That's being a healer, is teaching someone how to heal themselves. So this little stigma of what healer means needs to really stop. People need to really get what it actually means. But now, for another topic though, what really, I mean, besides the fact that you could have a gift, and like I said, I'm going to repeat this. If you're not a healer, but you're the hurt person, the really hurt person, and you're in contact with a healer, there's a huge chance that you could be a healer too. So that little stigma part of it needs to stop. There's no such thing as someone that can't be a healer. Maybe if you're not so much hurt, maybe you're not a healer. But like I said, anyone that's a healer is extremely hurt as much as anyone else. So quit trying to find the differences between you and healers because there isn't any. Unless you're not hurt. Because the healers are hurt. It's just all there is to it. No matter what healer it is, they're extremely hurt, have been hurt, trying to heal themselves. That's what a healer is. Like I said, if you're the one that's hurt in contact with a healer and you think you couldn't be any more hurt, there's a huge chance that you can be a healer. Most likely, there's a big chance you get a psychic abilities in your birth chart. Clairsentience, that's one of the ones I have. That's part of what being a healer is. But it's not all there is to it. But so many people that call themselves the hurt one have psychic abilities, and they're probably healers and don't even know it. You don't have to heal people if you don't want to, but if you get that that's a gift you have, then use it if if you know how or want to. Don't call yourself the hurt one. Be happy that you have a gift and figure out how to use it. But the title of this is That's What I Said. So many people that have this save me mentality, which I used to growing up. Healers do have that mentality growing up. As children, not all healers maybe do certain things to the extents that every single one does, but it's possible, who knows. But the thing is that healers growing up as children and then, into adults, this can happen when you're an adult. You can have that save me mentality till you figure out how not to, and I've figured out how not to. So the fact that I'm as hurt as you, but I'm a healer and I have the save me mentality, that that means we're just all the same even more. You know, healers don't have anything different about themselves than you do. If you are hurt coming to a healer because of whatever reason, you're probably a healer or probably can be. People that are healers can't not be hurt. It's not humanly possible. So there's this huge stigma about this whole thing, and it's ridiculous. But thankfully, I've actually figured out what videos to make about it to get, information out there about this stigma. So, I don't know what all I was going to say now, but if I think of something, I'll make another video because this is such an important topic to know about. But so people need to the title. I said that's what I was saying. That's what I said is the title. So that's about um you know you saying quit trying to save people to a healer. Healers aren't trying to save people. You saying you're not someone's rehabilitation center to save them, saying that to me or anyone else, I'm going to respond, that's what I said. That's what I just said. If a healer doesn't have that mentality yet because they're growing up and trying to figure that out, then back off and let them figure it out. Don't put that stigma on a healer because you're trying to save the healer or heal the healer. We're all hurt to a certain extent, so let people figure out how to, live life, relate to each other. Quit putting the stigma on the healer and saying they're trying to save people because we're not. But as for having fun, though, I love having fun. I hate being a healer sometimes. Sometimes I despise it because it comes with a stigma. That's why I despise it. I don't despise it because I'm a healer or hurt or had to heal myself, figure out how to heal myself, which I'm still doing. What I despise is the stigma. Healers aren't different from other people. They're the same. We wouldn't be healers if we weren't hurt. And we like to go out and have a drink at the club or whatever else, go to a concert and dance and whatever else, and whatever, have sex and, watch movies and eat popcorn and go to restaurants and flirt with people and whatever else. We're the same exact damn kind of people that you are. So quit putting the stigma on us that we're different because we're not. Because to be honest with you, what really happens when you put that stigma on a healer is they feel like a celebrity. So if you want to call a healer a celebrity, then feel free. I don't mind the fame, but it's ridiculous though because we're the same. We could not be healers if we weren't hurt as much as you are. And if you are hurt and coming to a healer, there is a good chance you can be a healer. We're the same. It's just it takes different amounts of times for people to do their own healing, and some people choose not to, which is fine. But if you choose not to, that doesn't mean you can't have people in your life, even though it makes it a little bit difficult that way, obviously. But don't put up a wall between you and healers because you think you're the hurt one, because you're probably exactly the same way. You probably have psychic abilities, maybe not all the time, but I happen to. I happen to be a healer, and I happen to be that way because I've been extremely hurt. So putting up the wall between you and the healer and saying you're different and saying that, all these things that people say that I've already, said, because it's ridiculous. And, quit saying we're different, Smile. Like healers don't want to have fun because we do. The stigma that comes along with being the healer is what is annoying, because it's like, where did you come up with that? I don't even get how you came up with that. Whatever people say about such things, there's different things people can say about it, but I'm not making this video to put up a wall between me and anyone that does that. I'm just explaining the stigma that comes along with it. So if you're watching this video, don't feel like I'm putting up a wall between you and me, because unconditional love comes with being a healer, and I do that for people. I want to do that for people. So I accept all of you, your hurt self, your happy self, and whatever else, and I don't want to change you. I want to be friends with people. But my channel is for whatever I want to put on it. So if you happen to watch something, don't tell me I'm trying to put that on you, because I'm not. But if I happen to have a certain synastry with you and it looks a certain way to people, then whatever. But if you happen to have synastry with me where we're having this exchange of information, then there's nothing wrong with that. It's not being a savior. It's having certain astrology synastry with someone. So people need to call it what it is, not put a stigma on it. So don't think I'm putting up walls between me and anyone about making any video that I make, because I don't. It's for giving people unconditional love, not conditional love. And I have made videos about such topics, so anyway, I won't talk about that here. But anyway, that's basically what I wanted to say for this video. And like I said, if I forgot details, I'll make another one. But feel free to leave comments if you want. And like I said in other videos, my Mercury that's communicating is in Capricorn, which is the most unemotional, blunt zodiac sign. So don't take it personally if we have easy aspects in our signature or difficult ones, because it's not about you, it's about me. I'm just owning my Mercury zodiac sign. It has nothing to do with anyone else. It has to do with the fact that I'm just being myself. So, whatever. But which you're allowed to do too about your Mercury, even if we have squares, which is tension and difficulty. There's nothing wrong with the way anyone communicates. The Mercury is a zodiac sign. That's allowed. So, anyway. But like I said, feel free to leave comments and questions and whatever else, and I'll be making more videos soon.